Who in history is famous for smoking? Moses and the burning bush. In the stories, it has him going out in the desert and up and down in the mountains. When you look up the term niacin is found to be a trade name for nicotinic acid, which is a vitamin that the body requires. People got used to this vitamin while living in the rainforest, where the atmosphere was thicker, richer with organic compounds coming from the trees, dripping onto the skin, being absorbed through the lungs because of it being so thick in the atmosphere. It's a definite advantage to oxidate the nicotine that's in the cigarette, turning it into a vitamin and then consuming it through the lungs. Saves the energy that the digestive tract would have to use to try to get it from the foods that you eat. And as a person gets older, the cells of their body do not function as well as when young, so they're less able to get it through their digestive tract. So smoking is a very efficient way of getting vitamin B. I think it's vitamin B2 and 3. It's a tradition, time-honored. Thousands of years man has done it. When he left the environment of the rainforest down by the equator and has moved into the northern latitudes, it's harder for him to find the vitamins that he had been used to down along the equator. One of the methods that he has found to compensate for this as he has moved north is to smoke, like Moses going out in the desert. It hasn't gone up and down in the mountains, because when you smoke, you cut off oxygen momentarily when you're dragging on the smoke. This causes your red blood cell count to be boosted up, just like when you go up into the mountains. Your body senses a lack of oxygen and compensates for that by building up its red blood cell count. Compared to my twin, I have more red blood cells, more trucks on the highways carrying produce to the cells. This is a definite advantage. Einstein and many others in our history that have made major advances and progressed humanity have only been able to do it because they have followed this tradition. The Dark Ages in Europe were actually caused due to the anti-smoking campaign established by the Vatican in an effort to get people in Europe different than those in the Middle East so they could control them. When people came over to the Americas, they found the Indians smoking and took it back with them, and it spread like wildfire. It was a definite advantage. Some of the first writings from those in the New World claimed that the Indians had good health because of their smoking. And it said that one of the benefits was it would actually make them cough up phlegm and get it out of the lungs. There's many advantages to smoking. It covers the pheromones that are in the air so that I don't have to act like my dog, being just stimulated, reacting to stimulation from the pheromones that animals put out, other people and stuff. It's a major advantage. Traditionally, the guy goes down in his den and smokes, and it allows him to control his body functions and his thoughts better. Don't abuse it, but don't go without it. When we go to space, we'll be able to create an environment where the atmosphere is thick enough that we may not have to smoke as much as we do. But to smoke cigarettes is what you would call the pedestrian's way of compensating for the lack of nutrients in the atmosphere. Frankincense brought to the baby Jesus in the stories is a definite advantage. They were not trying to harm the baby Jesus. They were wise men. The tradition back then was to thicken up the atmosphere for all in the family by burning things. Animals are actually afraid of smoke. So it's kind of easy to talk people out of it, as recently been done. But to overcome the fear and use it as a tool is a definite advantage. Has been, will be. Let's not forget it again. Have a good day.